Page 19, the Masked Horseman. On page 18, they're introducing you to the idea of minor scales. We got major and minor scales. I cover them in my scale videos. They use tetrachords. I hate tetrachords. Basically, they're trying to tell you that for every major scale, there's a related minor scale. That is a minor scale with the same key signature. All right, that's fine. So you can do their stuff if you want on tetrachord. I don't approach scales that way. This is one of those things when you get where you really need a teacher to help you out with it, because the book is not, I mean, they're trying to give you enough information. It's like a puzzle. They give you the clues in the first two lines there on the first two minor scales, and then they say, okay, now you find this pattern, figure this pattern out, and write out the notes to the others. Well, I prefer to approach it this way. On that first one is an A minor scale. There's no sharps or flats. Well, C major has no sharps or flats, so they're related. They're the same one. And they're saying on the 7th step, you raise it. That's a harmonic minor. And that's what I cover in my scale videos, all harmonic. Harmonic minor is the one that's used the most often. So you simply, once you figure out the scale, and that's according to the key signature, all I'm going to do is start on an A and end on an A, and I'm going to use all the white keys because there's no sharps or flats. That's the scale. It's an A minor scale. But they're saying use harmonic minor, and that's where the 7th step of the scale, you go up a half a step. You remember each key in a scale is numbered, and we call them steps. So it's 1, step 2, step 3, blah, blah, blah. When you get to the 7th step as a G, you simply go up. So you do a G sharp instead. I don't like using the tetrachords because that's not the fingering for scale. I prefer you use the fingering for scale. Anyway, what we're after here is the A minor with the 7th step raised, and that's the scale. Next one they give is E minor. Well, it's 1 sharp in the key signature. Well, if you know that the major scale with 1 sharp, the major key, the key with 1, you know what I'm trying to say. It's G major here. 1 sharp. Well, E minor has 1 sharp. They're related. So what I want to do is I want to play the scale. I'm going to go E to E. I'm going to do all the white keys except for the F sharp. So there's an F sharp in the key signature. It's an E minor scale, but they want harmonic minor. So now I got to raise the 7th step. Well, the 7th step is 1 less than 8, so it's the next to the top. It's here. So I'm just going to go up a half step here. So it's this. It's an E minor harmonic minor. E harmonic minor scale. I'll get there eventually. Give me time. D minor. D minor has 1 flat. Well, the key with 1 flat, the major is F major. So now it doesn't affect how you play the minor scale. It's just nice to know the related major and minor scales. So D minor, I'm going to go D to D, any D, doesn't matter what Ds you're using. I'm going to go down here. I like these stuff. It's got 1 flat, so I'm going to put 1 flat in it. Otherwise, they're all white keys. B flat. It's a D minor scale. It's a natural minor. Now I want the harmonic minor, so I'm going to raise the 7th step a half a step. C is the 7th step. So that's D harmonic minor. Last one they give is G minor, is 2 flats. Well, the major scale with 2 flats is B flat major. So G minor is, so what I want to do is I'm going to use all the white keys from G to G except the 2 flats, the B flat and the E flat. So I'm going to stick those in. So it's here. It is a G natural minor. Now I want the harmonic minor. I'm also going to take the 7th step, which is the F. I'm going to raise it a half a step, make it an F sharp. So it's here. It's a G harmonic minor. all of them work the same way. You just start on that key and you play all the right keys except for whatever sharps or flats are in the key signature. Then raise the 7th step, whatever it is. Let's go talk about Masked Horseman. This is in the key of A minor. No sharps or flats relative to C major. Be a good time to go do my scale video on A minor. And C major, do the major and minor scales both in the same key signature. So yeah, and it probably should be doing the intermediate level, the 2 octaves. If you don't know the scale at all, do it 1 octave. And when you keep going around these scales over and over and over and over, so after you've been through them once, the ones you're doing, then do the 2 octave ones. For Masked Horseman, 6/8 times, so an 8th note gets a count. It has a pickup beat, and these are staccatos. Watch this fingering in the right hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. That's cool. It's all over the place, and use the same fingering. You can use a finger staccato, a light finger staccato. The wrist staccato, I get bogged down with wrist staccato. It slows me down some. Kind of depends on the situation. And here I can do, and I'm going to do it in both hands. I tend, look at the last measure of the first line. This part, it's ending a phrase. It's got an 8th rest in there to help you out. I tend to hang on to the last note a little bit. It says here, so don't be surprised if I hang on to that last note just a little bit. It's sort of a musical interpretation thing. Going on, it's the same thing in the 2nd line, except the last line, the last measure. The 3rd line, a little bit different. And then the last line is like the 2nd line, I believe, pretty close. And that's pretty much it. It's staying pretty much in the same area. Try and get where you can play this without looking at the keyboard. That'd be nice. In the left hand, we've got these. If you're going to use finger staccato here, go ahead and use finger staccato here. If you're going to use wrist staccato, then use wrist staccato. Keep them same. It's easier if both hands are doing the same. The last 2 measures of the first line, they're showing a 4/1. I don't know why. I do know why. That's just not important. It's just, in my opinion, you can use the 5th finger there if you want. If anything, you use 4th finger on the A. I'll leave that up to you. That's really all the left hand is doing through this. It's just that. So when you go to put the hands together, be careful. Go really, really slow. So it's like, and you can forget the articulation and everything. When you're trying to work out these notes, the articulation, all that comes after. I kind of jumped ahead and stuck it in, but here, just the notes. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that may help. Dynamic wise, there's not a lot of difference in them. Go ahead and just short aloud, you've decided. Then you get to the end of the first line, suddenly you're soft. You get to the end of the 2nd line, you're loud. Into the 3rd line, now you're soft. You're going to stay that way. So let's play this together slowly. And I have the metronome beating 8th notes. I'm going to give it 5 counts and I'm going to come in. If you'd like to play along, go right ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Rest. Rest. rest, rest. Rest.